ripples across the Middle East after several major Western countries at the UN General Assembly recognized the Palestinian state.
President Donald Trump criticized that decision while addressing the assembly yesterday, calling it a reward to Hamas. NBC's Matt Bradley has more from Tel Aviv.
Well, it's been a crazy week of diplomacy, and all eyes here in the Middle East are on New York and the United Nations General Assembly, where we're seeing successive countries acknowledging statehood for Palestine, the so-called Palestinian state that many of these countries, including American and Western allies, are saying should and will constitute an actual sovereign entity that they will be legally obligated by their own laws to protect. Now, this is a major shift, and it shows a huge break from these nations, many of which are Western countries and are doing this for the first time, joining about 75% of UN member states in recognizing Palestine. But we also heard from President Trump last night. He gave a much anticipated speech to the UN General Assembly, joining other world leaders, in which he said that the fighting in the Gaza Strip must stop. He said that any acknowledgement or any basically saying that there was a Palestinian state was going to be a reward for Hamas and their terror attacks on October 7th. This echoing comments from the Israeli leadership, especially Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. Now, all of these acknowledgements, all of these recognitions of a Palestinian state have landed with a massive thud here in Israel, where leaders from across the political spectrum have condemned these moves and again called them rewards for terrorism by Hamas. Again, this speech by President Trump, it was essentially a bragging about all of his accomplishments domestically and assailing over and over again the United Nations and the international community, the very body that he was addressing last night. Matt Bradley, NBC News, Tel Aviv.